Hey, this is JC and welcome to Small Brick City. Recently, I went to a Lego store in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. In a previous video, I shared my experience at a pick-a-brick wall in the Lego stores in Singapore, a completely different country. Kuala Lumpur doesn't have as many Lego stores as Singapore, especially in the same small geographical location, but there's still quite a few stores around. I can get to any store within 20 minutes in different directions. And the great thing is, anywhere there's a Lego store, there's also a Toys R Us in the same mall or just round the corner, so it's pretty easy to get Lego sets in the city. But on the subject at hand, I did a pick-a-brick haul in the store in Kuala Lumpur, mainly because there are some basic parts that I knew I could use for MOCs, mainly in white. However, I also wanted to know whether it made more sense to buy bricks from the pick-a-brick wall or to order through Bricklink. And that's what this video is all about. For those of you who have never been to a Lego store or haven't seen a pick-a-brick wall, basically it's a big wall with many different bins with different Lego parts. And you're given two choices of cups, a large cup and a small cup. And what you can do is take any parts you want and fill up the cups. As long as you can close the cup tightly, at the end you just need to pay a fixed price for the cup. So there's a fixed price for the small cup and the big cup. The price is about half because the quantity is also about half. And you can take any parts you want that are available in the bins. Of course, you are limited to maybe about 30 parts that are currently on display at the store. And sometimes you get good parts, sometimes you get parts that you want, and sometimes you don't even get good parts. Well, good parts relative to if you need them for any particular build. But essentially, you want to try to pack as many parts into the cup as possible to try to get the most value. Bricklink is an online marketplace, a bit like the Amazon for Lego parts. So you don't buy directly from Bricklink itself, that's just a platform. You're buying from sellers who are basically listed on Bricklink. And you can also search by the parts to find out who's offering the best prices or at the quantity you need. And generally, you'd try to buy from a seller who's nearer to you so that shipping costs are low. What I'm going to do now is to open up one of my cups and count all the parts. Then I'll do a direct comparison with the prices on Bricklink to see if I overpaid for the parts and whether I should have ordered them from Bricklink itself or was it a better deal to get it from the pick-a-brick wall. So let's open up the cup first. So I've counted all the parts in the cup and here's the tally. As you can see, I've got a variety of parts. Most of the parts are white bricks, both in 1x2 and 1x3, as well as black jumper plates. And the rest was basically used to fill up empty space. But I managed to pack in a total of 622 pieces in a large Lego cup. The cost of this large Lego cup, when converted to US dollars, is about $22.50. I understand that the cost of a large pick-a-brick cup in the US is $16 US. But can anyone confirm that? If you're from the US and have gone to a Lego store recently, let me know if that's correct. However, in Malaysia and Singapore, the price per large cup is about $22.50 US. And that's likely due to the shipping cost, which is included into the cost of bricks since all of the bricks have to be shipped internationally. So here's the $22.50 question. How much would it cost to order all these bricks through a Bricklink seller, assuming that a single seller has all the parts that I need? The price of this haul, if I were to order it from Bricklink, would cost me $46.12 US, inclusive of local shipping of $5. That means if I were to buy it from a local Bricklink seller, if they have the parts. Now, if I had to order it from, let's say, a seller from Europe or the US, you can imagine the shipping fees would at least be double or triple this amount. So just taking into account local shipping fees, I would have to pay $46.12, which is essentially twice the price of what I paid at the pick-a-brick wall. Honestly, I was quite surprised by the vast difference. My gut feeling was that it would be cheaper to buy from the pick-a-brick wall, but not by that big a difference. And this is my analysis and conclusion. If you are based out of the US or Europe, such as Asia Pacific, that includes all of Asia, as well as New Zealand and Australia, if there's a Lego store in your country or city, it's probably cheaper to buy from the wall. You see, most Bricklink sellers in these countries would have to ship in their parts from Europe or the US, so there's that high shipping cost involved. Sometimes they might buy Lego sets as well and open it up and take the parts to sell. So there are two issues there. They might be buying it at a higher price as well due to the shipping costs in that country, or they won't have that many parts because they don't have the same parts that you might want in bulk. Now, if you just want a few parts, like less than 10, probably you could find them. But if you need hundreds or thousands of the same part, there's a lower chance that a seller in Asia might have them. Official Lego stores have economy of scale working for them, especially if they have multiple chains, such as the case in Singapore or even Kuala Lumpur. So there may be one particular company which owns several stores, so they would bring in their stock in bulk. So that will mean they'll probably go by shipping containers, and therefore they'll be paying less in bulk for shipping. So their shipping costs will be lowered, and that's transferred over to the customers as well, but not as much if it was to be transferred over from a Bricklink seller. And that's why I think the parts from a pick-a-brick wall, especially in Asia Pacific, would be cheaper than buying from Bricklink. But what about countries in, say, the US or Europe? I can't say for sure since I haven't bought it in these countries, but I can hypothesize. Once again, I think it all boils down to where you're located and if there's a Lego store near you. If there's one near you, it might make sense to buy from the pick-a-brick wall. Because if you're to buy from Bricklink sellers, even if postage is cheaper, but you need to buy from multiple sellers, you might be paying multiple shipping costs, which adds up. Now, if the store is very far away from you and you need 10 hours to drive there or to take a train, you have two costs associated to that. While it might be cheaper to buy from the wall, there's your time costs and your transport costs, and these have to be factored in, especially time. If you save $5 but you spend 10 hours heading to the store, that's 10 hours of productive time you could be used elsewhere. So you should take that into consideration. So that's my recent experience of buying from a pick-a-brick wall versus buying through Bricklink. Now, what about yourself? Let me know if your experience is contrary to mine. Have you got a much better deal buying from Bricklink versus buying from the pick-a-brick wall? Let me know in the comments and let me know where you are in the world, because I think that is relevant. In my case, I will still continue buying from both sources because Bricklink will often have parts that I can't get from the pick-a-brick wall. And if I do want specific parts, or maybe just a few parts of many different parts, again, it does make sense to buy from the Bricklink seller. And I do have great regular Bricklink sellers that I buy from. In my recent purchase of this pick-a-brick cup in Malaysia, I didn't even have to pay anything in the end because I had enough VIP points to cover the cost of the cup of bricks. And that's another good thing about buying from the certified Lego store. You can get VIP points which can convert to cash to offset your purchases. So that's one thing again to consider when you think about buying through an official Lego store or through a Bricklink seller. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.